Has Disney Plus's reboot of X-Men 97 sparked a new love interest for the hobby of comic book collecting? I've got a couple of books on this list that just might be evidence of that. So go grab your vibe juice and meet us back here in the comic room. We are back with another top 10 list and market update for you. Yes, for you, the comic book community. I'm your host C3, and you already know it's Keep It Comics. Yes, Keep It Comics. Hit that like button, hit that subscribe button, and be sure to ring the bell so every time I do a video, you guys will get that notification. You are here at one of the best comic book channels on YouTube, and you already know what it is. It's good vibes only, ladies and gentlemen. So check your nonsense at the door because we are only here for the love of the hobby. And be sure to stick around to the end, and I'm going to show you guys some comic books that I picked up on New Comic Book Day that you might want to grab while you're out and about for this weekend. All right? So it's become a custom here at Keep It Comics that we start the list off with a hot modern book. So starting off the list at number 10, it is Transformers, issue number 1, and this is that Daniel Warren Johnson and Mike Spicer regular cover. Absolutely. Transformer fans, this book is for you. I had to put it on the list. It's super hot. One of the best reads of the year, if I do say so myself. This book is up 2.12%, ladies and gentlemen, with a high of $324. And that was for CGC 9.9 that took place just a few weeks ago. All right? Now, last recorded sale for this book was for a CGC 9.8, and that was $60. But the average price for a raw copy is $30. And the average price for a graded copy is $76. There has been a total of 404 total recorded sales for this particular book, and it continues to do well on the secondary market. Optimus and the Autobots continue to battle for survival here on the Earth, and the story arc continues to grow. They're doing a great job at flushing this book out. So if you need to get your hands on Transformers issue number 1 and get caught up on the fight on one of the hottest reads of the year, be sure to do so, because now's a good time. All right? At the list at number 9, we got to talk about X-Men, issue number 100, milestone issue. Now, you guys can tell me if I'm wrong. Leave a comment down below. But ever since the reboot of X-Men 97, a lot of X-Men books have been popping up on the secondary market and doing quite well. I think people are reaching out for fillers. They're reaching out to continue story arcs that they might have missed pieces of. But I noticed the numbers rising, increasing copies sold for a lot of X-Men books, all right? So this is a strike while the iron is cold title, all right? So it is down 19%, right? 0.19%. This book is down. Last recorded sale was $50. Average price for a raw copy is $108. And the average price for a graded copy is $281. All right? Now, X-Men will continue to battle the Sentinels and any other thing that threatens humanity. But they continue to do so with class, pizzazz, and style. I watched a couple of episodes of that, X-Men 97, and what took me by surprise is I never paid attention to how Cyclops used his eye blast to move himself around in and out of danger. So I thought that was pretty dope. Something to catch for the second time around after you watch it. I haven't seen that since I was a kid. So, all right. Now, there's been a total of 1,387 sales thus far, right? With a high sale of $5,880 for a CGC 9.8 that took place back in January of 2024. But don't worry. Fair market value has this book rested at $108 for a fine copy in raw condition, all right? Now, this is Bronze Age goodness at its best, ladies and gentlemen. Great story arc, historical characters. There's more than enough reason for you to want to add this book to your collection. So if you need this book, it's a good opportunity to buy one. It's down on the secondary market, and it continues to still move units, all right? So as they say on X-Men 97, to me, my X-Men, get yourself one. All right, guys, at the list at number 8. Now, no list is complete without some DC hot books, right? So we got to put DC on the MVP list, all right? So let's shine some light on Batman issue number 189. And this is the first Silver Age appearance of the Scarecrow. I actually remember highlighting this book not too long ago where I had caught a copy for like 47 bucks. Just the top part was ripped off. But it was still a great book. It was still definitely worth adding to the collection. I think I paid like maybe $46, $47 for that book. But this book is currently up right now at 17.56% and climbing, ladies and gentlemen, with a high sell of $36,000 for a CGC 9.8, and that took place back in 2022. So given the time frame and the atmosphere of our current market, I'm pretty sure you can get a 9.8 for just a little bit less, all right? Or maybe even a lot less, but you have to do the research and check it out. But whatever you do, choose your poison carefully and move wisely, all right? Last recorded sale for this book was $300. Now, average price for a raw copy is $185. Average price for the graded copy is $351. And we've had a total of 1,109 recorded sales for this book so far, and it continues to move. This is a book that you don't have to hype up. I don't have to try to sell you this book. Batman has a following, has a cult following, iconic character, stories are always up to par, and this is just a book that's going to continue to do numbers on the secondary market. All right, so if you need this book in your collection, now may be a good time for you to get your hands on one. Batman issue number 189. Now, here's a book that I bet you never expected to see on the list, because I didn't expect to see it on the list, right? Now, the title of this book is Tales of Suspense, issue number 99, and this is featuring Captain America and Iron Man. All right, this is the final issue. The later issues continue on in Captain America issue number 100. All right, now, this book is up 77.78% increase in copies sold. Average price for a raw copy, $21. Classic book. Definitely one for the collection. You got to get yourself one. Average price for graded copies, $288 with a total of 468 books that has changed hands so far, all right? We had a high sale back in 2012 where CGC 9.8 sold for $896. And that is still not a bad price point for buy-in for such an iconic title, all right? Now, this is a classic team up between Captain America, Black Panther, and they fought to get rid of some drama that they was dealing with Baron Zemo. So this is definitely one you might want to get your hands on, all right? So, Tales of Suspense, issue number 99 is on the move, ladies and gentlemen. So watch out. All right, guys, at the list at number 6, we got to talk about Iron Man, issue number 304, and this is the debut of the Hulkbuster armor. Yeah, your boy Tony Stark and his mad genius ideas, right? This book is up 82.35%. Average price for a raw copy right now is $13. Average price for a graded copy is $39. We had a high sale that took place back in 2021 where CGC 9.8 sold for $345. But have no fear. The last recorded sale for this book was for $15, and that was for a raw copy. And we've had a total of 339 copies of this book that has moved so far on the secondary market. And it continues to move units, all right? So what I'm saying is crash and burn, baby, crash and burn. This is one you got to get your hands on. Crash and burn, baby. Hulkbuster, first appearance of the Hulkbuster armor. Iron Man, issue number 304 is definitely moving on the market. Speaking of moving, we have made it. Yes, we have made it just that quick to the halfway mark. So I'm going to take this opportunity, thank each and every one of you for stopping by, checking out the channel. Be sure to hit that like button, hit the subscribe button. Every time I do a video, you guys will be the first ones to get that notification. And I want to hit you with your trivia question, all right? Which is, what is Man-Thing's real name? Leave a comment down below. If you know what Man-Thing's real name is, leave it in the comment section. Absolutely. I do it for the love, people. I do it for the culture. I do it for the community, baby. This is what I do. I appreciate each and every one of you for stopping by. Thank you for inviting me into your homes, into your private spaces. Thank you for allowing me to share the love of the hobby with you. This is why I do it. All right. So back to the list. Let's get at it. Let's talk about number 5, and this is the Uncanny X-Men Annual, issue number 17, and this is direct edition. Yes, like I said, X-Men issue number 97 has caused a lot of X-Men comic books to start spiking on the secondary market. You don't have to take my word for it. Just do the research yourself. Go take a look. X-Men comic books are up in price and increase in copies that have sold. So just check them out for yourself. Now, the reason that this book is up, it's the first appearance of Executioner, right? This is another Strike While the Iron is Cold book, and I can't stress that enough. Why pay a lot for a comic book if you don't have to? Like, if I don't have to pay $1,000 for a book, I don't want to. I want to use that money that I save and put it toward another comic book in the future if I can do that, right? So there's no shame in being penny wise. Remember that, all right? Now, this book is down 12.95%, right? But it's still a hot enough book that it made the list. Average price for a raw copy is $3. Last recorded sale for this book was $9, right? But it still continues to do well. Now, average price for a graded copy, $25, my friends. Look at that, $25. You can't go wrong. We've had a total of 452 books that have moved on the secondary market, and 33 of those were graded comics. All right, so the graded books are definitely doing well also. We had a high sale that took place back in 2021 where CGC 9.8 sold for $200. I would find that 9.8 and I would contact whoever that seller is and see if I can get that for a little less. I mean, if I can grab a 9.8 of this particular book for about $150, $175, I'm winning. It is what it is. You can say what you want, but I'm winning. All right. Now, fair market value has this book resting at $3 for a raw copy in very fine condition. You could take a gamble on that. You may be able to find a nice, super high grade for $3, send it in, get it graded, and it comes back a 9.8. However you want to dance, baby. It's your show. It's your music. Let it rock out. All right. Now, it's a good time to complete the run. Another hot modern copy. Although it's down, it's still a great book to add to your collection. So it is definitely an opportunity for you to complete a run. All right. So the Uncanny X-Men Annual issue number 17, it's moving on the secondary market. So don't miss out. All right, ladies and gentlemen, let's talk about number 4 on the list. All right. We about to go back, way back into time. Let's talk about Archie's Girl, Betty and Veronica, issue number 320. And this is the first appearance of Riverdale's newest bombshell, Cheryl Blossom. Oh, yeah. Now, we all know that a lot of these Archie books, some of them has a lot of first appearances on their new love interest for Archie and Jughead, low print runs. So these books will always continue to fluctuate on the secondary market, right? They'll go up, they'll come down, but they'll never go away, all right? So this book is currently trending, and we had a high sale that took place back in 2022 where CGC 9.8 sold for $3,295, all right? Now, the last recorded sale for this book was $600, but the average price for a raw copy is $95. Yes, ladies and gentlemen. Average price for the raw copy, $95. Average price for the graded copy, $630, with a total recorded sale of 171 books. Right? So there's still an interest in Archie and the gang. So don't sleep on these books. These oldies but goodies. These are oldie but goodies. Trust me when I tell you. Fair market value has this book resting at $95 for a raw copy in very good condition. Now, for those of you who love the Bronze Age classics, this book is a must-have. 171 copies populating on the secondary market and still continue to move. So if you want one of these books, you might want to take a stab at it because now's a good time. All right, guys. On the list at number 3, we got Avengers, issue number 129, and it's heating up, guys. It's definitely heating up, all right? This book is up 7.35% increase in copies sold. Average price for the raw copy, just $21. Average price for a graded copy will run you roughly about between $950 to $1,000. So you can check on eBay and check a couple other private markets and see if you can get that for a lower price, but that's where it's at right now. There's been a total of 700 copies of this book that has changed hands on the secondary market with a high sale of $3,350 for the CGC 9.8 that took place back in 2022. Now look, somebody spent $3,350 for a 9.8 back in 2022, right? Average 9.8 prices are now $1,000. You do the math. This could be a good time for you to get your hands on this book, all right? I'm just saying. Numbers don't lie. Exactly. Numbers don't lie. So if you're in the market for Avengers issue number 129, check this book out. And I love that cover too. Hey, what do you think? Leave a comment down below. Is it possible that we are still going to see Jonathan Majors as Kang the Conqueror in the Marvel Universe? What do you think about that? You know what happens though, the court cases subside and all the noise goes down. What if he reemerges as Kang the Conqueror? What do you guys think about that? Leave a comment down below. Let's chop it up. Let's talk about it. There's always a possibility, right? All right, ladies and gentlemen, at the list at number 2, let's talk The Silver Surfer, issue number 8. And this is the third appearance of Mephisto and the first appearance of the Ghost. Now, this is a book that we've heard so much about, in particular this character, Mephisto. We've been speculating on this character for some years now, almost like 4 years. We've been waiting on him. It goes all the way back to the what is it? I think it was Vision, right? I think so. The Vision, Scarlet Witch, and all that stuff. Yeah, so we've been speculating on this book, and he never appeared. So at what point do we think we're going to see this character? I don't know. But the community still has faith in these characters. These books are still doing well on the secondary market. So here are some numbers for you to look at if you're in the market for this book. Now here's a book that is up 100.86% and continues to increase on the secondary market. We had a high sale of $5,520 that took place in 2022 for CGC 9.8. Last recorded sale for this book was $33, but we have an average of $57 for a raw copy. All right, average price for the graded copy is $217. We got a total of 717 copies of this book that has changed on the secondary market. Mephisto. I can't say the name enough. Do we think he's going to come back around? I don't know, but the comic book community is still buying these comic books, all right? I remember a couple of people hyping it up during the WandaVision. Yeah, that's what it was. It was being hyped up during the WandaVision scenario, and I don't know. I don't know what happened to it after that, but we're going to see. It's going to come back around. All right, so keep your eye out for The Silver Surfer, issue number 8. Third appearance of Mephisto, first appearance of the Ghost. It's on the move, ladies and gentlemen. All right, guys, you know what it is. We have made it to the number 1 highest comic book on the secondary market. And we have to talk about Batwing, issue number 20, and this is the first full appearance of Luke Fox as Batwing. This book is up a whopping 274.75% increase in copies sold right now and climbing at an astronomical rate, ladies and gentlemen. Average price for the raw copy is $60. Average price for the graded copy is $168. We have a total of 129 books that has changed hands on the secondary market. We had a high sale also that took place back in 2020 where the CGC 9.8 went for $202, which that is an excellent price point for buying. I had to put this book on the list because it spiked quite some years ago and it came back around full circle. And I've been watching this book. I've got a couple of copies of this book. You may want to get one for yourself. Fair market value has this book resting at $60 for the raw copy in near mint condition. They're doing a lot with Batman. At some point, we may see Batwing. You never know. You never know what Gunn's going to do. So keep your eye on him because Batwing issue number 20 is moving on the secondary market. Now, that's your list, ladies and gentlemen. Execute. Be smart. Don't let FOMO hit you in the gut. And definitely never jump out of the airplane without a parachute. It's good vibes only, guys. We only here for the love of the hobby. Be sure to leave the comment down below. What is Man-Thing's real name? Let us know if you got the answer to that. And just like I promised, I'm going to show you some comic books that I picked up on New Comic Book Day, just in case you're out and about and you want to grab something for your PC. All right? So we're going to start the list off with Miles Morales, issue number 18, which is the Legacy, issue number 300, Miles Morales Spider-Man. I've been enjoying this story arc. Big fan of Miles Morales. For those of you who don't know, I will continue to pick up all his books. We've got Ultimate Spider-Man, and this is issue number 3, I want to say. Yes. Also another good story arc. there's quite the surprise in here too. And I can tell you honestly, right, without spoiling it, that what a lot of people thought is not necessarily so, but it's still a nice little twist in here. All right. We got Spider-Punk, Arms Race, and this is issue number 2. I grabbed this cover because it was just, simple artwork. Now, keep this in mind as we do all this spider stuff, right? We got so many spiders in the universe right now. I will definitely not be picking up all the spider books just because they give a spider this and a spider that. Dark spider, blue spider, green spider. Like, they're just doing way too much with the spiders. I say we get back to the original format. Let's continue to flush out the spider universe that all of us are familiar with. You got a couple characters that you want to bring into it. All right, cool, but I think they're just going way overboard. And with that being said, Edge of Spider-Verse, issue number 2, and they're talking about the Spooky Man now. Man, talk about running out of ideas, huh? Also featuring Cyborg Spider. Right, exactly. All right, here's one that everybody's after, and I definitely believe it's sparking the secondary market with the new love interest for the hobby. X-Men 97, issue number 1. This is cover A. Yep, awesome book. I read it. I really enjoyed it. The Incredible Hulk, issue number 10. Yeah, solicitation in here. Could be some type of first appearance. This one I didn't read yet, but I will. We've got I Heart Skull Crasher, issue number 1. This is the unlockable variant. And here's a tip. Keep your eye on this book because this book is moving on the secondary market. It continues to show up in various places. So this might be something worth looking into. All right, we've got Ultimate Spider-Man. This is issue number 3. This is the Greg Land 1 in 25 variant. Greg Land 1 in 25. Here we go with X-Men 97, issue number 1, and this is the 1 in 25. I had to grab this book. I actually ordered another one too, so it should be arriving in a couple of days. But this book is definitely giving off that, not saying it'll be as big as the first books, but it's giving off X-Men, giant size X-Men number 1 vibes. You know what I mean? So just a good book to have. Good story. Definitely one for the PC. Now, these next 2 books are cover purchases for me because you guys know every now and then I will pick up a book just for the cover. All right, so let's start with the Harley Quinn. And this is Women's History Month. Harley Quinn, issue number 38. Beautiful red and black. I just like Harley, man. She's just dope. Definitely one for the PC. Like that artwork. And then I grabbed Poison Ivy, issue number 20. And I'm definitely digging this one. This I grabbed, right? Because I feel it's a more seductive look, right? What my interpretation of what Poison Ivy would really look like if they weren't portraying her as like some silly high school girl. Super seductive, very dangerous. Definitely can't trust her as far as you can see her. That's what Poison Ivy would look like. So that's why I grabbed it. All right, if you see it out there, take a closer look at it, decide for yourself. All right, family, that's your list, all right? And those are the comics that I picked up for New Comic Book Day. Thank you for stopping by, checking out the channel. Hope you enjoyed yourself. It is, as always, good vibes only, and you know the rules. Keep it comics. I'll see you guys next video. You know what it is.